Hey everybody, Happy New Year. And I just wanted to share a little bit about my goals for next year with this podcast and what we're going to do as we close out the year 2022 and we start 2023 and season 5 of the podcast. So here it is. My goal is to have a conference sometime next summer 2023, that will bring us all together. I'm thinking like 100 people that are all brought together by this podcast. Right now, I don't think that'd be possible. Even if I brought together the people who are working on it, the people who I know that are super fans of it, some of the guests, probably still wouldn't get to 100. So how am I going to do that? Not exactly sure, but my plan for this quarter, the experiments I'm going to run, are to produce a lot more content. And so there's 4 kinds of episodes I want to produce regularly this quarter. And my hope is by doing this, I'll have a lot of fun. You'll have a lot of fun. There'll be a lot of knowledge and discussion and community and relationships we built. And that'll lay the groundwork for continuing in Q2 and then eventually having this conference in Q3. So here's what I want to do. I want to continue doing these interviews. They're like the bass notes of this podcast. We're going to keep that going, the rhythm going, keep the groove going. And so I'm going to try and do double the amount I normally do in a quarter. So normally they're bi-weekly. I want to do them weekly. I want to line up 12 interviews for this quarter. And I've already done a bunch of them. I have Noah Rasheda next week and then an old mentor of mine, John Juliana, who's totally amazing. And some incredible musicians, Micah and Melvin down in Atlanta, that are already in the can. And there's going to be more. So I'm really stoked about that. So 12 interviews. And then of course, we'll continue my somewhat bizarre discussions with Nate, kind of conversations with Nate or debriefs that link to those interviews. And then I want to do something I've never done before, which is kind of pull myself from behind the curtain and share a little bit more about what I want to contribute and what I've learned. And those are going to be in the form of solo casts. So maybe I'll be talking maybe for 5 minutes, maybe a little bit more, maybe 10, but hopefully not much more than that, because I think that would get boring for me. But those will hopefully be good stories and concrete tips and pieces of knowledge in different areas of your life. And I'm especially thinking about community building because I love that in my daily life in the real world here. And I don't know exactly how that translates into the online space, but I know I can give you really practical ideas for how to build community in your daily lives with the actual physical human beings that are around you. And that kind of community building is, I like to call it unscalable. People are always talking about scaling in the digital space, but there's really a limit to how much we can scale in terms of people we know and love. And I'm fine with that. So that's the third kind. And the fourth is the most interactive, and I'm really excited about it. It's Q&As. So it's, maybe that's not even the best word, but some kind of episode that gets input from you or questions for you that I have access to and then I could respond to. So maybe that'll be through leaving voicemails or video ask. I'll get into it soon, but I really want more interaction and create more bonds between this show as something that can really powerfully impact our lives. So that's the idea for Q1, 10,000 Heroes. It's going to be around 48 episodes because there's going to be 12 interviews, 12 debriefs, 12 solo casts, and 12 Q&As. Maybe give or take a few because I might go on vacation for a week or 2. But that's the general idea. And this whole quarter, I'm looking for feedback and I'm looking for interaction. So if you enjoy this and you want to participate, I would love that. I would love any kind of reaching out you can do because there's going to be a wide diversity of episodes and I don't expect everybody to like everything. We're going to have the longest episode in a few weeks. That's an interview with this hero of mine. And it's super slow. It's like one of those long Joe Rogan ones where people are smoking cigars and we're sitting by this lake and there's the birds and the lake and semis going by. And it's just super mellow and slow and might not be your speed, just fast forward. And there's going to be other ones that have a ton of music and that might be more your speed. So I'm curious, explore the space. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't. And we're going to have a lot more touch points for possible engagement this quarter. So thank you for going on this journey and see you in the episode.
Hi everyone, this is Martin San, your producer. I just want to take a minute to thank you for listening to our show. 10,000 Heroes is brought to you by the team at Momentum Lab. Pierre does our artwork, DJ Plainview composed our theme music, and I handle all the editing and production. If you like the show, please follow it, rate it, tell all your friends about it, and write to us. That really helps us make the impact we want to make. And now, we're closing this episode with a word from our main sponsor, who also happens to be our host, Ankur.
And now a message from our sponsor, me again. 10,000 Heroes is brought to you by Momentum Lab. I normally refer to Momentum Lab as a coaching program or a goal accelerator, but it's really more like a master's degree in life. When you join Momentum Lab, we help you get crystal clear on what it is you actually want, who you want to be, what you want to do, and how you want to contribute. And then we get into all the painful details of what has been blocking you this whole time. And then we give you the knowledge, the tools, and the support you need to get there. Sometimes that's a spreadsheet, sometimes it's a mindset hack, sometimes it's a lecture, and sometimes it's a hug. Our only attachment is to your higher self. So, when you're ready to be the next version of yourself, in your business, for your family, or just for your own sense of fulfillment, drop me a line. Thank you.
Arigato.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Obrigado. Gracias.
Merci.
Gracias.
Thanks.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Bye.